Good morning, good evening. Whatever time of day you're here, it's a good time to be learning Doodling with Purpose, our step-by-step, glyph-by-glyph guide to reading, learning, writing hieroglyphics. A great thing to be learning from home if you've got time on your hands. And hey, who doesn't have time on your hands? This lesson, we're going to be continuing our work with double consonant words. Letters, glyphs. We've been through all of the single consonants, because remember, Egyptian is a language that has no vowels in it. It's only written with consonants. So many of the glyphs, many of the letters, symbolize and are spoken with two consonant sounds. And hey, this isn't totally outside of English. English has many words without vowels, and there are other words without vowels out there. But the way to think about it is like this. You would see the word puzzle, and then there might be an image of a puzzle next to it. That is really the way hieroglyphics work. All right, so let's jump in and do time for review. Let's look at the glyphs that we learned last week before we move on to our 3 new glyphs for this week. All right, so the first one that we learned last week was the stone column, which is done circle down and diamond up. Now we have the thread and needle. And then finally we have one of our birds, which is going to go bird in the sky up, S down, legs, and then the feather detail. So that was the Koromat bird, which looks like this. That's why it had the curved neck. There's a lot of birds. In fact, the next one is also a bird. It is a stork. No, not a snork, a stork. So the stork is identified basically by its head, its legs, and it has a little, it's kind of like a turkey with a gobbler on its neck. It looks like this in hieroglyphic, and it's written basically the same way that we do our other long birds. Once you kind of know how to do one long bird, it's really just about adding the extra details to identify it as a specific bird, like the Koromak or, in this case, the stork. So we're kind of lucky that once you've got that foundation of doing sort of a sky bird loop around for the body, you're just going to adjust the type of neck it has. So this is the sound ba, like a sheep. Ba, right? Got it? It's a stork, but it says ba. So this is how we draw our stork. Bird in the sky, loop around. This time we've got like a backwards sort of question mark there. Long beak, standard legs, standard feathers. And now we're going to add that little neck detail, a teardrop. Bird in the sky, back around, question mark for the neck. Long beak, legs, something to stand on, feather detail, and then a little teardrop by the neck. Once again, skybird, up around for the body, question mark for the neck, long beak, legs down, something to stand on, feather detail, and then a teardrop for the neck. All right, that's our stork. And this is not a stork. This is an elephant. Can you tell the difference between an elephant and a stork? I knew you could. Well, we're not actually drawing an elephant. We're drawing an elephant tusk. Tusks were prized by the Egyptians, just as they kind of are in modern times, although modern times it's more poachers. Excuse me, I can't speak. And this is what a tusk tends to look like in the hieroglyphic. It is basically a loop and a long kind of rectangle. So yeah, there you go. That's the elephant tusk. And this is going to make the sound B. B-H is the sound of the symbol that looks like an elephant tusk. All right, and this one is pretty straightforward and easy to doodle. We're going to start going up, down, and around. Across, back, and connect. Again, loop, back, across, and there you go. That's your elephant tusk. Next, we're going to make fire. Well, not like Tom Hanks made fire. We're not actually going to be drawing fire. We're going to be drawing the tool to make fire. And the tool to make fire was very similar in ancient Egypt as it was now. But remember, only you can prevent forest fires. So it's okay to draw tools to make fires, just don't start them. All right, this is a fire flint. This is a modern fire flint, but it's basically the same concept as an ancient Egyptian fire flint. It's a tool that you rub between your hands and you start a spark. Egyptians did it the exact same way, and there are even hieroglyph paintings showing them actually doing this. So it's very similar. This is kind of what one looks like. It's a long stick that gets put into a sort of a rubbing hole, if you will, when it's held up vertically. So that's what we're going to be drawing. This hieroglyph makes the sound da, D-A, like da, 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 except one da, not multiple das. All right, so how to draw this one? Pretty easy. We're going to start with the base, and then we're going to draw a teardrop representing the flint. All right, start with the base, loop in and back up, teardrop, and you're done. Down for the base, around, and teardrop. And that is the fire flint. All right, we're acquiring more consonant sounds. We're acquiring more double consonant sounds, which is fantastic. Practice, practice, practice all week. You've got 3 new glyphs. You should be drawing these in your spare time, on your shopping lists, at work meetings when no one is looking. And, the next time that you want to cosplay as an Egyptian pharaoh, you won't just be cosplaying because you'll say, no, I can actually write hieroglyphics. I'm, talented and dressed up. And hey, when you're in Egypt, you'll be able to look at all of those walls, all of those stelas, all of those monuments, and start to read what you're seeing. It will definitely be time for a parade, time to celebrate, because there's nothing as cool as learning a new skill. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments. Let me know what you think of this course. If you have questions, I'm always happy to answer them. And I'll see you next time.